We meet again. Welcome to the land of lots of things happening, but thank God this room is put together. So since my consolidation in LA, lots of decorating has been happening, and I'm pretty much almost finished with this room, which I'm super happy about. It pretty much looks like my bedroom in New York. When everything comes together a little bit more, I will definitely do a tour, but currently dealing with like a broken dining room table that got damaged in the move. So that space, like the dining room, living room area, is kind of just turned into like a storage heap because I can't really do anything in there with the broken table. I'm gonna need some time, but I will keep you updated on when a tour will be happening. Let's move on into the faves. This is the Kerastase V.I.P Volume and Powder Spray. I started using this just because I've been using the Oribe Texturizing Spray for so long and I wanted to try something different, and I really like this. It definitely has the same feeling as the Oribe spray, but it doesn't dry out my hair as much. So it provides that texture and that gritty feeling, but I do feel like it's a little bit more gentle on my hair, which I do appreciate. But I don't think that it provides as much volume as the Oribe Texturizing Spray. I have been using the Fresh Rose Deep Hydration Face Cream, and I have just been on this hydration kick because as I've gotten older, I'm now 28 since it was my birthday this month, I have just experienced a lot more sensitivity with my skin, especially in cold weather or when I'm traveling. I have been using this face cream to really just nourish and soothe my skin, and I've used it as a face cream during the day, so I just use a little bit of it. And then I've also used it as a more intensive mask. So I'll put a thick layer of this on my face and then just kind of blot off any excess and rub in the remainder into my skin. So I'll leave it on for like 20 minutes or so. Also part of the hydration train that I'm on, the bareMinerals Eternalixir Skin-Volumizing Oil Serum. And I am like married to my Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Concentrate, but I have started to move away from that a little bit. It just hasn't been doing the same thing for my skin. I don't know if my skin has just adjusted to it after 7 years, but my skin has been responding more to this. When you first get it, there's a line here, so there's a separation in the product, and you just shake it up, and all I need is like 3 drops. This hydrates my skin, really plumps it up, and I love that it works really well during the day, but I can also use it at night. And it smells really good. It smells like citrus and a light herbal essence as well. I've been moving away from the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer, and I have started using the Bobbi Brown Skin Smoothing Pore Perfector. And this is totally different in consistency from the Smashbox Primer. It doesn't feel quite as drying and thick, so it really feels like a light lotion. What I noticed with the Smashbox Primer is that it was just kind of enhancing any kind of dryness that I had. It was also just making my skin feel drier in general. I wanted something that would still smooth over my pores, but also be a great primer and not make me shiny at the same time. And that's definitely what this does. Another thing from bareMinerals that I have been loving, and I'm a little biased with this one because this is from my collection. This is the Invisible Glow highlighter that I created with bareMinerals. It is called Resilience. And this is a warm champagne color that is infused with gold. And I have it on my cheekbones right here today. And this is a highlighter that's super subtle. I wanted this to look natural and I wanted it to work on all skin tones. And the cool thing for me was meeting people in New York. Girls were coming in when we were doing interviews, and I got to see the highlighter on so many different skin tones, from really fair to deeper skin tones, and it looks so beautiful on everyone, and I love how it looks natural. So this is not a highlighter that's gonna look like a shimmery eyeshadow on your face. You just get the subtle suggestion of a natural glow. And thank you to all of you for your amazing support with this collection coming out. It has been so cool to see all of your photos, because orders are starting to get to people now, and it's just so cool to see something that we have worked so hard on for a long time in your hands, and now you're able to use it, and I really hope that you guys are loving it. For mascara, I have been using the Covergirl So Lashy mascara. When you first see it, the brush is a little funky. It definitely looks different from things I'm used to using on a more regular basis. This is a mascara that will separate your lashes and lengthen them, but you're not gonna get like volume out of this mascara. So if volume is your thing, you're not gonna like this mascara, unless maybe you layer it with a volumizing mascara. But I really, really love the brush on this. As funny as it does look, the tip is really easy to work along the outer lashes and also your bottom lashes as well. For eyelashes, I actually used these lashes in my date night makeup tutorial. These are Fleur's eyelashes, not her actual lashes, but her line of lashes that she has with Eyelure. And I picked these up when I was in Boots when I was traveling over the holidays, and I bought a whole bunch. It's just easier for me to get them while I'm abroad, but you can also order them on ASOS as well if you want to order them online, especially if you live in the States. That's a way that you can get a hold of these lashes. But these are my favorite false lashes. I am not good at applying false eyelashes, and I love that these are like 3/4 length lashes, which are a lot easier for me to apply. And also, I don't like really intense false eyelashes. It's just not my taste. And so Fleur's line is right up my alley. They're super easy to apply. They come with the glue inside, and I just love how they enhance my eyes ever so slightly, but they still look really natural. For lips, I have been loving the Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquid Lip Colors. I am currently wearing Coffee Buzz, so that's what this looks like. And then I have also really loved the Red Punch color. I love the formulation of these lip colors because they're really creamy and moisturizing, but the pigmentation is amazing. Another lip product that I've been loving that is much less intense, the Baby Lips Color Balm, and this is the color Blush Burst. So I love the original Baby Lips. These are like the Baby Lips, but they're a little bit more pigmented in terms of the color that you get, but they're not like these where you're getting a much thicker, richer color. It's somewhere between like a lipstick and a tinted lip balm, because I feel like it's a little bit more pigmented than most tinted lip balms that I have. And I just love this color. I think it's so pretty, especially when I've been wanting something a little bit more natural, but I still want a bit of color. My birthday was at the beginning of this month, and I got some amazing presents like a poutine cake from Eileen, which was incredible. I posted a picture of it on Instagram, and I am just like obsessed with that cake. I go back and look at it just when I want to feel a little bit happier. It was also a delicious chocolate cake on the inside. Oh my god. But a non-poutine thing that I got for my birthday, which I have almost used a little bit too much to the point where I'm very sad about it, is this Goop candle. So my friend Lily gave me this candle from Gwyneth Paltrow's company Goop. It is the Edition 1 candle from winter 2016. And it smells so freaking good. Oh my god. It is such a sophisticated, warm, but fresh scent. Like, it kind of feels like you're walking out in the woods combined with snuggling up at home with like some cinnamon pine cones and a cup of tea. Like, if you could combine those two moments together while sitting in front of a fire, that's what this candle is. It is no secret that I am a big fan of my nippies, and I don't really wear bras because I don't really have much boobage. But then I started realizing that nippies don't really work when you're wearing a top that is sheer. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna need to get some bras that kind of disappear underneath a sheer top. But it was so hard to find a nude bra that had zero padding, zero wiring. I ended up going to Gap as the last stop. I was like, I'm gonna check Gap, and if Gap doesn't have anything, I'm just gonna lose my mind. So I went to Gap, and they were actually having a bra sale. So I got both of these for $30. I got this bra, which is just more of a plain seamless bra. I don't know if this has a name. It's part of the Gap Body collection, and it says it is the wireless unlined. And I love how flat this lays underneath clothing, so you don't notice any kind of seam. And then I got a nude bralette. So this is just like a lacy bralette for maybe when I want it to be showing a little bit. So I want like that lacy detail to be coming through, but I don't want such a harsh contrast, like a white top with a black bra. This isn't really a snack. Natural Vitality's Natural Calm. This is an anti-stress drink that has magnesium in it. So I typically have a half a teaspoon a day of this, and I'll just mix it in with water or my tea. I have the sweet lemon flavor, and it's a really light, subtle flavor. It tastes like a hint water, so the flavor is barely there. Sometimes I'll have the half a teaspoon in one sitting, and sometimes I'll spread it out over 2 servings in a day, so I'll have a quarter teaspoon at a time. But the reason why I've been taking this is because I have just kind of been in this period in life where I have felt a little bit more anxious than I normally do, and just anxious about things that I'm normally not anxious about. And statistically, what is really interesting is about 78% of people who experience anxiety or stress have a magnesium deficiency. And so I started with, you know, the half a teaspoon a day in water or my tea, and I've noticed a significant difference. I've just noticed that I'm feeling a lot more calm, and I can just go about my day and I'm not having heart palpitations. It really just helps to even everything out. And because I'm typically not somebody who has anxiety on a regular basis, this works really, really well for me. But I do know people who use this on a regular basis who have much more consistent anxiety in their lives, and they find it to be really helpful. So if you've been feeling stressed or anxious, I definitely recommend trying this out, but start off with a little bit and see how your body reacts. But I have seen really great results from it. Oh my gosh, it's your debut. What do you think about this? So this is the official meeting of Tato to all of you. And Tato is my new dog. Somebody's had an exhausting day just lounging around. Tato is a 4-year-old Pomeranian that I recently rescued. He was on the kill line, and he was taken in by a rescue here in Southern California. He has been just so wonderful to have. He is such a little sweetheart. He's really calm and chill and really quiet. But he has his moments of being super playful, but mostly he's just super cuddly. As you can see, he just loves cuddles, and I take him pretty much everywhere with me, so we're together like all the time. It's just been such a joy having him. I really wanted to adopt an animal. I was really open to a cat or a dog. It worked out with Tato, and I'm so glad it did. Oh, thank you. Are you glad too? He's just the best little bud to have around. And if you're wondering about his name is Tato, like the Irish potato chip brand, because when I was in Ireland, I was obsessed with Tato's chips. Like, I was eating them like nobody's business. And when I saw this little guy, I thought that he looked like a little tater tot. And so I named him Tato because I just thought it was a perfect name. I love those chips. I love potatoes in general. They're like my favorite food because I love them cooked in all ways. So since Tato is part of the family now, I am going to start doing Tato's favorites in my favorites videos whenever I'm noticing that he just really is gravitating towards something or really likes something. This month, he is definitely all about the tiki dog food. He really likes the succulent chicken flavor that's on brown rice. It also has sweet potato, egg, among other things. When you open it up, it's like actual shredded chicken with the actual ingredients that are listed on here. He just devours this food, and I mix it in with a little bit of kibble, but he is definitely all about this stuff. This brand has a ton of different flavors. You can get the food in smaller cans as well if you want to test it out and see if your pet likes it. Another Tato fave, which is more so my favorite because I'm the one holding the leash, but he likes it because this means he gets to go out on walks, is his little harness. And we're actually matching because we're both wearing camo. This is what his harness looks like, and it's by the brand Bark Appeal. And so there's two little holes for his legs to go through, and then it just goes up and around his body. It Velcros right here so it fits properly, and then it just clips right there, and then the leash clips on here. So it's super convenient, really easy to put on him. He's also just not fussy in general, like he just lets me put it on, but it just makes the whole process of putting a harness on a lot easier. If you watch my videos, then you know that I read the newspaper and I love getting the Sunday New York Times. There were two articles in the issue from February 19th that I really loved. The first one is called No Boys Allowed, and it is about American Girl integrating a boy into their doll collection. I thought this was a really interesting piece because it was a contrast to what was being said, I would say, more across the board in terms of like this new launch. The writer, Katie Weaver, she goes into detail about what she thinks this means for the brand and for lovers of the brand. I think it's just so interesting and a very well thought out opinion piece, and I think it's definitely worth reading, especially if you are a fan of American Girl. And so reading this, I definitely was feeling what she was writing. The other piece that I really loved is in the vows section, which I generally read anyway because I just love reading about people who are getting married. And this is written by Lena Dunham. It's called Bad Brides and Good Girls. And it's based on this wedding announcement from 1912 that actually appeared in the New York Times about two women who got married in jail. And the entire piece is really short. It's a very quick read. You can read it in like 10 minutes or less, but she covers so much in it. And I love pieces like these two pieces that are very concise, but they have so much depth to them. She talks about how girls and women are brought up with this idea that we have to be good girls or good women, and how she on a daily basis is like obsessed with this idea. I think that she really just sheds light on something that so many of us feel on a daily basis. Like when I was reading her examples of what she thinks about during a day, I was like, I have thought about these exact same things and felt these exact same things. I think it brings a lot of comfort when you read someone else's experiences that are in a lot of ways in line with your experiences. I'm gonna look online and see if these pieces are available to read online, and if I can find them, I will link them down below. All right, so that is gonna be it for today. I hope that you enjoyed my favorites, and I hope you enjoyed officially meeting this little tater tot over here. As always, I will link everything that I mentioned in this video down below. So if you're curious about anything, you can check that stuff out. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I have a lot more videos coming your way in the future and a lot more live streams too. Getting Ready Live was really fun. And there's also a Taco Tuesday coming up. It's gonna be on March 7th and I'm not gonna be alone during this Taco Tuesday. I'm just gonna leave you with that. I'll see you all later. Bye.